What is up, everybody? I'm Nami. I've been traveling the world for the last 2 years now, and I have recently found myself in Puerto Rico. I was living in Medellin, Colombia for the last about 6, 7 months and decided to take a little trip out here to the island to see my family. And lo and behold, I have decided to stay. So, I want to get into my reasons for staying and what I'm going to be doing here in Puerto Rico. I want to give you the full tea. So, we're talking about how I found housing, really just all the good stuff that happens every single time I decide to move into a new city, country, etc., etc. If you've ever thought about living in Puerto Rico, so maybe you are Puerto Rican and you're wanting to connect with your roots, then hopefully you will find some insights on how to do that through this video. I have been on the go for a minute now, 2 years to be exact. Southeast Asia, Central America, South America, and now on this island. I've actually lived in Puerto Rico before for about 6 months, and so it's not new to me. I visited back and forth, but this time I am planning on staying. So let's get into why. If you've been watching my vlogs and my visual diaries, then you know that I have been wanting to settle down in a place. I really considered Medellin being that place, and it's honestly still on my list of places that I would settle down in. I chose Puerto Rico because it's part of my roots. My main thing was that I really wanted me and my daughter to be fluent in Spanish. I want us to connect more with our culture, and there's no better way to do that than immersing yourself. I felt more called to Colombia and the culture over the last year, and to be honest, it's just a little bit of a harder life in here on the island. You don't have access to as much. You need a car to get around. There's just like some things that I was just not really willing to yield on, or I wasn't really willing to compromise on those things while I was considering where I wanted to live and settle down. And to be honest, I'm just taking this 1 year at a time right now. We're going to be here for the next year, and then we're going to reevaluate and see how we like it, and if we want to go back to Colombia, possibly if we want to try somewhere new. But honestly, there's not really any other Spanish-speaking countries that are on my radar. So if we weren't in a Spanish-speaking country, I don't know where exactly we will be. But yeah, all that to just really say it felt like the right season. We have family here. My sister actually recently moved here as well. So it's my sister and my niece, and then we have my auntie and a few of my cousins. And yeah, just everything was pointing towards spend time with family. And I definitely have always felt called to dive deeper into my Puerto Rican side. My grandpa was Puerto Rican and grew up on the island, not too far from where we are now. So I really just want to get to know the island like he knew the island, and not just say I'm Puerto Rican, but actually live the life. Learning the accent, learning the culture, continuing to learn Spanish, and continuing to explore the island not as a tourist, but as a family. One of the moments that really sealed the deal for me was Wilder getting here with my sister and my niece, and all of us just being together as a family. I have a humongous family, and we're all very tightly woven, very interconnected. And so it definitely has been a challenge being away from my family for 2 years and not having that. I haven't lived in the same state as my family for the last 10 years, but it was obviously easier to get back home when I was in the States. So the fact that we have some family out here in Puerto Rico and get to experience that really just is tender for me. How can I pass up the opportunity to be here? We're traveling around essentially looking for our home, and so why wouldn't I give the opportunity for where our family is rooted in to be a potential home, especially with everything working out the way that it has so far. I also, to be quite honest, knew that there was a chance that I wasn't going to want to leave Puerto Rico when I was in Colombia booking my ticket to come here. I thought about honestly taking all of our belongings. I actually left them with a friend, so I do have to go back to Medellin, which I'm planning to do often in the next year anyways, just because I love it so much. But yeah, I have to go back and get some of my things that I left there when I knew I should have just brought them with me. So just piggybacking off of my sister also being back, we haven't lived together in the last like 3 years, and she has been in my life for the last 10, like consistently. We've always lived in the same city, if not the same house, under the same roof. So getting to do that while we both have our kids growing up and them getting the same type of family time as cousins that we did with ours is just really amazing, especially because we each only have one. So it's not like they have siblings to play with and things like that. They get to play with each other. And my sister is also my best friend. So who wouldn't want to be right next to their best friend? Duh. We landed in Carolina, which is a neighborhood that is not too far away from San Juan, still I think considered metro. We're basically in the middle of everything. You can get to the beach easy, you can get into the city easy. Yeah, you can really get anywhere in a matter of seconds, in a matter of minutes. It's like central, very central to everything else. The vibes are nice. We have Costco, Sam's Club, like we have gyms, we have everything that you could possibly want to do, or if we don't, it's really not that far away. We did check out other spots too though, and those spots were Rio Piedras, Luisa, Trujillo Alto, Toa Baja, Guaynabo. I know that there was like a few other ones, but San Juan is big, and then there's a lot of just different neighborhoods in that surrounding area. So we kind of wanted to stay within like a 30-minute driving range, which is very easy to do on the island anyways. If you're considering moving here, I definitely would spend some time, like maybe a week or so, just going to each neighborhood and driving around and seeing how you like it. They're all different. They have a different vibe. And so it's nice to get a feel for each town. If you don't mind not being in the center as well, all of Puerto Rico is like beautiful and there's lots to offer all over the island. So definitely check out other areas. So to break down housing, we are currently in a shared house with our family, which is the best. My auntie speaks full Spanish. The kids speak full Spanish and my uncle. And so just getting to have it in the house has been a game changer. Also just sharing meals and sharing time together. It's a kind of connection that literally just does not happen when it's just me and Will they're traveling. So it's been really nice to have everybody under one roof and just, I don't know, get to feel the love. So finding housing, you can find housing on Facebook Marketplace, and you can find housing on what's the Puerto Rican version of Craigslist. It's called Clasificados. You can find a studio for like around 500. You can find a 2-bedroom for up to like 1,000, even like 1,200, depending on where you're looking. It will obviously be more expensive, and depending on what utilities and what appliances and things come with the place also will give you a range. If you're looking for more of a housing situation, like 3-4 bedroom houses, then you're looking at anywhere from like 1,200 up. An average is probably like 1,500-1,600 for something that's nice. But most places will not come with the washer, dryer, fridge, hookups, AC, even you might have to get hooked up yourself or through a third party. And then utilities, water, electricity or lights are usually not included either, and those can get pretty expensive, especially if you're using your AC. Another thing that you definitely want to make sure that you have here in Puerto Rico because of the blackouts is a generator. We just went into like a 3-day blackout. We had generators, which was perfect, but there was a lot of people complaining about like just having gone to the grocery store and stocking up, and now they're completely out of power and all of their stuff has gone bad. So yeah, generator on some sort of level. There's like portable ones that you can just plug in your electronics, and then there's bigger ones to where you can like plug in your fridge if needed. It is currently April, so we have a few more months until we have to worry about hurricanes, but generator is definitely needed for those times as well. So transportation, you definitely will need a car. Like, unless you are in the metro area, you can walk everywhere. Even still, I would recommend that you get a car because you can go around the entire island in a day. You can find cars through Clasificados and Facebook Marketplace as well. There's also a few streets here where you can go and take cash and everybody parks their car and you can buy a car right there on the street. And then for phone service, Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States, so everything is treated domestically, but a lot of people here use Boost Mobile, and I think it's like $30 a month, and you have full coverage. I have Verizon and it sucks. Our daily life is just pretty much chilling. I mean, we haven't really been doing anything crazy, hanging out, going to the beach. It's slow. It's giving island life. It's beach life. You definitely can go out. There's definitely things to do, but really here we're just hanging out and chilling with family. One of my favorite things about being here on the island is just how alive everything is. The people, the environment, the beaches, the nightlife, the day life, like everything is just, I don't know, it's different. It's just different and it's Puerto Rican. Like it just feels vibrant, abundant, and I don't know, just feels alive. For learning the language, it's Spanish, and it's the craziest accent out of all of the Spanish speaking countries, I feel, outside of maybe Dominicana. So just hold on to your britches and try to absorb as much as you can. If you are in the metro area or the touristy areas, you really don't have to worry about speaking Spanish. Obviously, try. But if you are not an avid speaker, a lot of people here speak Spanish and English and migrate to the city for better jobs and things because they can. So not to worry. And yeah, that's about it. Living here is just such a blessing, and being able to be here with family. The only reason I would even stay in a spot over anywhere else is because family would be there. Like if all my family was in Thailand, then I would just be in Thailand. That's how much I love being around my family, and that's how much I hate being in the States. The fact that I've been away from my family for so long. So yeah, that's really the premise of why we've moved here. Also, the fact that we continue to immerse ourselves in Spanish and learn Spanish in the way that my grandpa would have taught it to us if he was still alive. And so yeah, look forward to more videos in Puerto Rico coming. If you've ever felt the nudge to reconnect to your roots or to move to Puerto Rico, Thailand, Colombia, Costa Rica, I do consultations and one-on-one phone calls to help you get to the place that you want to go. So follow the link in my description if you want a one-on-one with me. If you are interested in group travel and getting to see new places with like-minded individuals, I host trips. So I'm hosting a trip for Medellin, Colombia in August, and I'll be hosting a trip in October for Chiang Mai, Thailand. Follow the link in the description if you are interested in those. We are officially monetized on the first tier, so feel free to leave gifts. Continue to watch the videos if you want to contribute to my 1,000 hours to monetization for ads and things, so I can just make money off of my videos passively. And as always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If there's any videos you want to see or any information you'd like me to cover, also leave that in the description. I have been doing more lives lately, especially here on YouTube, and there's lots of questions, answers, and everything like that in my lives, so check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.